Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Order your favorite tennis gear at tennisexpress.com today. Teetering on the ledge of a loss, Jannik Sinner made the greatest stand of his career, roaring back from 2 sets down to defeat Daniil Medvedev 3-6, 3-6, 6-4, 6-4, 6-3. And he captured his first major championship in a pulsating Australian Open comeback for the ages. Jannik Sinner is now a Slam winner. It was a history-making moment. The 22-year-old Sinner is the first Italian singles player, male or female, to win the Australian Open. And he's the first Italian man in 48 years to capture a major, following in the footsteps of legendary Adriano Panatta, the 1976 Roland Garros champ. And he's the youngest man to win the AO since Novak Djokovic in 2008. We have watched Jannik Sinner's career develop and think this AO championship is more than just a big win. We believe it's a springboard to Sinner eventually rising to number 1. And we'll give you 5 reasons why we think so. Launching our list, the coaching corner. When Sinner got down 2 sets on Sunday, you notice he kept calm and kept swinging away. Sinner's calm, competitive disposition is an asset that comes from both his parents and his coaches, Simone Bagnozzi and Darren Cahill. Working with this coaching team, we have seen Sinner grow stronger every year. Darren Cahill has coached 3 different players to world number 1, Leighton Hewitt, Andre Agassi, and Simona Halep. Sinner will someday be his 4th number 1 champion. Cahill says the team believes in Jannik, that he is a special kid. Even the way he hits the ball just sounds special, says Cahill. When you hit the ball the way that he does, when you want to improve the way that he does, and when you move the way he does, you're going to have success. Number 4 on our list, elite athlete. Champions like Novak Djokovic, Rafa Nadal, Roger Federer, Andy Murray all have their own distinctive styles, but there is one common connection. All of them are outstanding movers in the corner. Sinner is also an outstanding athlete and a great mover. If you watched his match against Djokovic, then you saw Sinner frequently win the running rallies. Sinner had been a junior champion skier growing up in Italy, and his superior balance and speed and ability to change direction in the corners are all huge assets. In fact, ESPN analyst Brad Gilbert says Sinner is the best running forehand in the game. The ATP lists Sinner at 6'2", but opponents say he's closer to 6'4" these days and has an expansive reach that helps him snap back those returns. Number 3, best versus the best. Now, to be the best, you have to beat the best, and Sinner brings his best against the best every time. Right now on hard courts, he is hard to beat. If you think that's hyperbole, Jannik Sinner's comeback against Medvedev was his 10th victory in his last 11 matches versus top 5 opponents. Sinner has defeated Novak Djokovic in 3 of their 4 last meetings. We have seen other contenders shrink from the challenge of facing legendary champions like Novak and Rafa, yet Sinner seems to rise to that occasion. Number 2, rivalry raises level. Throughout his career, Novak Djokovic has credited his big rivals, Rafa, Roger, and Andy Murray, for making him better. We see the same scenario playing out with both Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. We believe these 2 tremendous young talents will push each other to the top of the sport. In fact, Coach Cahill says that chasing Alcaraz has already made Sinner a better player. And he says the team is thankful for that. They like watching Carlos play, and Sinner aspires to be as good as Carlos and one day even better. Number 1, Champion's Quest. Topping our list is Sinner's deep desire for improvement and his discipline to achieve it. Last year, Sinner and his coaching team transformed his service motion, changing it from a platform stance to a step-up stance that Nick Kyrgios has praised as a very positive move. It's a change that a lot of top players would never make in season, but Sinner did, which shows how determined he is to become better. Sinner says his work ethic comes from his mom and dad. His dad is a chef and his mom is a hostess at the restaurant. He calls them perfect parents because they trusted him and believed in his dream of winning a Grand Slam title. We have seen Sinner's game improve year after year, and we think the best is still yet to come. Keep in mind, Sinner currently trails Novak Djokovic by about 1,545 ranking points. And Novak's going to be defending titles at Roland Garros, Cincinnati, and the U.S. Open, and his finals points from Wimbledon. That's a total of 6,200 points that Djokovic is defending just from those 4 tournaments. Plus, add on 2,300 points later in the year defending the Paris Masters and the ATP Finals. Tennis is a numbers game, and the numbers, as well as his tremendous talent, favor Sinner eventually succeeding Nole at the top. You've heard our case, now make yours. Can Sinner rise to number 1, or do you see Alcaraz regaining the top spot? Or is Novak going to hang on? Join the conversation, and we'll see you next time here on Tennis Now.